All right, I want to read one more passage with you, and this one's a prophecy about Jesus, theoretically, kind of, maybe.
Kind
Want
of
to read it?
maybe.
Well,
The
you'll
fact
figure it
that
out.
the fact that you said kind of maybe.
You'll figure it out as we keep reading. This
Go
is
ahead.
Jeremiah 31, 15 through 16. Do you know when Jeremiah wrote and why he was writing?
Jeremiah was one of the prophets.
That's right. And who was he writing to?
That's a good question.
The Israelites. And he was writing to them during and prior to the Babylonian captivity. And he wrote in chapter 25 that they're going to be captive for 70 years, and then they're going to come back from Babylon. And in chapter 31, after that prophecy has already been given, he adds on to it. He says, "Thus saith the Lord, a voice is heard in Ramah, lamentation and bitter weeping. Rachel is weeping for her children. She refuses to be comforted for her children because they are no more. Thus saith the Lord, keep your voice from weeping and your eyes from tears, for there is a reward for your work, says the Lord. They shall come back from the land of the enemy." Just simply reading what Jeremiah has to say, is it clear that this is a prophecy about the children coming back from Babylon? They're going to come back from the land of the enemy, right?
Right.
Okay. Is there anything else embedded in this prophecy that is not about the Babylonian exile?
Ask the question again.
Is there anything in this prophecy that is not related to the Israelites coming back from the Babylonian exile?
The Babylonian exile.
Yeah.
Is it related to that?
I'm asking, is there anything in the prophecy that is not about the Babylonian exile? Because the context is pretty clear.
It shows that we're going to come back from the land of the enemy.
Which is who? Who's the enemy?
Babylon.
Thank you. Fantastic. So the Israelites are being held captive in Babylon, and the prophet says on like a dozen occasions that they're going to come back from the land of Babylon. That's what half of the book of Jeremiah is about. Okay. So now when we go to Matthew chapter 2, we find an interesting situation. When the little children in and around Bethlehem are executed by Herod, it says, "Then what had been spoken through the prophet Jeremiah was fulfilled. A voice was heard in Ramah, wailing and loud lamentation, Rachel weeping for her children. She refused to be consoled because there are no more." But this wasn't a prophecy about a bunch of babies being executed during the time of Jesus. This was about the children being carried off into exile and coming back after 70 years, which means Matthew is just making stuff up. He's a liar.
I wouldn't even read that without literally my strong concordance. Because at the end of the day, man,
what do you need a Strong's Concordance for?
Because at the end of the day, the language that we even speak is in not even to its full entirety.
Do you speak Hebrew?
Do you?
Yes.
Fully.
I can read it pretty well, yeah.
No. I didn't say pretty well. I said fully. Yes.
I don't know what fully means. I can read Hebrew, yes.
So completely fluently. Do you?
I said I can read Hebrew. I speak it very poorly.
You can speak it. So your comprehension of the full Hebrew language is...
Yes, I understand the grammar. I've studied the language. I have a degree in this field of study. I learned Greek and Hebrew.
Shit, I wasn't expecting him to say yes.
Strong's Concordance won't help you here.
There's like...
I would say that your comprehension of the Hebrew language is nowhere near as much as it is in the English language. You're very...
I never said it was.
Right.
English is my primary language.
Very much understood. So because of that, there's still things that you still don't fully understand when it comes to the context of the Hebrew language. Yeah, you may
Context has nothing to do with whether or not it was translated correctly. The context of Jeremiah is clear. He's talking to the Israelites as they're going into exile and saying you're going to come back, which means the prophecy had nothing to do with a bunch of children being executed in Bethlehem.
But if the prophecy isn't properly translated to its initial tongue in the way it should be, then they're right there.
Okay, so the translators of all the Bibles got it wrong. Every English translation of the Bible is wrong. And you know this because you actually don't know the original languages, but you got a Strong's Concordance?
Yeah, henceforth the reason why I do go.
Yeah, he actually said yes.
Unbelievable.
That's why I have a
I'll, I'll be
can't
clipping
believe
this
you
and
said yes.
sending this to all of my Bible professors. They'll love to hear you tell that you know more about proper
Yes.
translation, knowing nothing about the original lanlanguages, but having a Strong's
I wasn't
Concordance.
saying yes that I didn't say.
Do you
yes
even know what the Strong's Concordance is?
You're very overbearing.
Because it
I do know
doesn't tell you
I do know the
context or how to
I
interpret.
do know just Strong's.
Chris, do you know what the
Concordance.
Strong's Concordance is?
Yes, I have one.
What is it?
Strong's Concordance is the translation to help you get the original
Translation of what?
the translation of what we read here in the Bible from English,
Of which Bible specifically?
King James.
Thank you. Yes. The Strong's Concordance is just a dictionary of how the King James Bible is translating the text. It's not a lexicon, it's not a dictionary. And if you walked into a Bible college or a seminary using the Strong's Concordance, they would laugh you out. They would put you in the hallway until you got a real dictionary.
Yeah, I would expect that.
Cool. So you don't know anything about the original languages. Your Strong Concordance isn't going to help you either. So the prophecy is very clear.
For you to say that about me, you should say that about yourself.
Say what about myself?
That I don't know anything about the language. You don't know no more.
But I do. I went to school and I studied it.
Good for you.
Cool.
Okay, Justin, he said you don't know more than he does. Justin can read it and speak it.
Oh, Planet Peter. I love the sidebar, my guy. It feels like I'm getting jumped here. I would like.
You're not getting jumped, but
would like
you
to
are
talk.
getting cooked.
Yeah, we all are.
Chris, you want to do another Bible lie with me?
How about this? How about? Yeah,
I got tons of them. I got literally hundreds of them.
hundreds of what? So how about you go
Hundreds
to
of lies in the Bible.
hundreds of lies, and I have hundreds of truths.
I never said that every word of the Bible was untrue.
And Chris did say that the Bible is true.
Yes, the Bible
did.
is. I did.
Is it 100%
Well,
true?
except it says things that aren't true. Like a flat tire is mostly round, except on the bottom, it's not. So you
All
can't.
right, let me ask you this question.
Here comes the pivot. Here it comes.
It's relatable to what you're saying with the Bible, right? So if you and I, we live in the same home, and you have observers reading all the things that happen in that home between you and I. And of course, there's going to be inconsistencies within that home, but that home is still that home. There's still truth in that home, regardless of the inconsistencies or the lies that may be told.